Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What did I tell you? I told you many things, I know, but I told you that we're going to find out more about more and more foreigners being killed in Ukraine on the Ukrainian side. Those volunteers, those stormtroopers that they say, storm battalions or whatever they are. Remember? Well, we got two more Americans. And remember, we got some Lithuanians, we got some Poles. They're coming out. They're coming out. Why? Because the Ukrainians are decimated and these guys need to keep the fire burning. And how do they do it? Sending their little people with ranks in. Hey, I've been in the military. I'm not anymore. I'm a volunteer. Here is my membership card. Okay. And we're like, all right, we believe you. What's your name? John. Okay. Let's see. This article comes from the reliable source, Daily Beast. And it's from April 12, 2023. They wouldn't lie to us. 2 American citizens killed fighting in Ukraine. There's no buts, no ifs right here. Killed, plain and simple. 2 American volunteers have been killed recently while fighting against Russian forces in Ukraine. The State Department confirmed to the Daily Beast, only to the Daily Beast, that they are in touch with the family of 2 recently deceased citizens without divulging their names. John and Tom. Okay, that's it. But pro-Russian military bloggers have mockingly claimed earlier Wednesday that an American mercenary had been killed in recent battles for the besieged Ukrainian city of Bakhmut. They identified him as Edward Walter Wilton. Edward Walter Wilton. And I'm quoting, "We can confirm the death of a U.S. citizen in Ukraine. We are in touch with the family and providing all possible consular assistance," end quote, a State Department spokesperson told the Daily Beast in response to a request for comment about Wilton. And I'm quoting, "Out of respect for the family's privacy during this difficult time, we have nothing further to add," end quote. A relative of Wilton confirmed his death in a phone call with the Daily Beast, but said they were not able to provide further comment at this time. It was not immediately clear which unit Wilton was fighting in. I tell you, the mercenary unit. Okay, let's move on. But just kidding, not. But Ukraine's military offers contracts for foreign volunteers, and they are recognized as combatants on the battlefield, just as Ukrainian troops are. They're just volunteers. Nothing to see. Now, Grady Kurpasi, a Marine veteran, was also killed while defending Ukraine against Russian forces, according to GoFundMe, and that appears to be set up on behalf of his family. And I'm quoting, "Grady went to train soldiers, but due to the intensity of the war and the need for combat experienced leaders, Grady ended up leading a squad into battle and was killed in action." Sorry to hear that, but you killed people in the process as well, didn't you? But I know you were on the side of the good. So the fundraising page notes, the 10 commandments? I don't think it says over there, it's like a part A, B, C, D is "thou shalt not kill." You know what I mean? I don't think it's like A, B, C where it says not kill if you do this, not kill if you do. That's all, Anyway, that's embarrassing. You have to go over there, Grady, and the other one to go and end up like this. And for whom? This is what bothers me. The State Department has been in touch with the family. Hee-sun Kim, his wife, told the Daily Beast on Wednesday. In response to a request about Kurpasi's death in Ukraine, a State Department spokesperson confirmed the death of a U.S. citizen without providing identifying details. And I'm quoting, "When a U.S. citizen dies overseas, including in Ukraine, the Department of State supports the legal representative and family of the deceased in numerous ways, including by providing information on a disposition of remains and estates and issuing a consular report of death," end quote, a State Department spokesperson told the Daily Beast. And I'm quoting again, "The U.S. government takes its role in such a situation very seriously, providing all appropriate assistance through the legal representative, next of kin, or their designee," end quote, the spokesperson said. Sorry, they're humans And the problem is they died thinking they died for a good cause, and I'm pretty sure they are convinced about that one. But, unfortunately, some other people count money and influence and power somewhere else, and it's sad. And these are combatants, so these are guys that could shoot back, and kill others. But think about the civilians. Think about the old lady. Look at the kids. Old man. Anyway, it's just a tragedy. It's a tragedy, and as I said many times before, it bothers me because the Ukrainians and the Russians are decimating one another. Two nations very much related to one another. They're decimating one another for other interests, foreign to them. That's my assessment in part of what's going on over there. And I'm not trying to, absolve anybody of any guilt, saying, oh, the Russians are the saints here and the Ukrainians are the evils, or the Americans. No, but I know the guilt is, distributed. It's just a proportion. A lot of people bear a lot of guilt here in all this, are guilty of and could be accused. But the problem is the victor writes history, and you can't get them. I mean, one example is the war in Yugoslavia, the bombardment of Yugoslavia. Civilians were killed, civilian infrastructure was blown up, and this was not approved, not voted by the Security Council, by the United Nations, were not supported. That means it was an illegal war. Anybody? Yeah, Milosevic. Slobodan Milosevic was wrapped up by whomever and thrown to Hague over there to be judged. And he died in the process. Very interesting. Yeah. And he didn't, I think he wanted to defend himself. He didn't need any lawyers and weasels around, because I think he was certain of the truth that he was telling, or he was about to say certain things that would embarrass others. They would have taken care of him anyway. Slobodan Milosevic was already a dead man. That was for sure. The problem is they want to probably stop him from saying things that, let's say that happened with Gaddafi, with Ceausescu. They might say with Saddam. They just contain, don't fucking say anything. And the result is the same. Die. And Clinton, where is Clinton? Revered. Where is Tony Blair? Revered. Where is George W. Bush? Revered. Where was Madeleine Albright? Revered all her life. And many others who should have been tried for certain kind of crimes. That's my assessment. But hey, what can you do? I think you're still allowed to have an opinion on stuff. Are you? Well, we're going to find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just, my friends.